Today I am installing this device right here, this Bluetooth audio receiver board. It's made by Shure. I'm not sure exactly what the model number is, but there's the got it from Parts Express. There's all the information you need, and this is going in a 2006 Ford Fusion. It's just the base. It's the manual transmission and has the basic radio. And what I'm doing with this is a few years ago I installed this PAC AAIFD4. Get that there for you. And basically it has a plug-in, and you have your RCAs. And what I had with this was a little headphone jack that I used with this cable, and this RCAs plugged into this, and I would plug my phone in here, and I could play my music through the radio, because this is just, like I said, the base radio. Doesn't have Bluetooth or nothing in the car, so I wanted to add that functionality. So with that PAC, really changed things. So I have that, and what I did, this is the wiring for the PAC, and it comes with this plug-in adapter. You can see all that plug-in adapter. This is what normally plugs into the back of the radio, and then this other plug here plugs into the radio as well. So basically you take this harness, you plug it in here, and then this goes into the back of the radio. And this is the cable that came from the PAC unit, as you can see, the pink and the black and yellow. And what I have done, I have wired in, this is the Bluetooth module, and of course it has RCAs and a headphone jack right there in the middle. And you can use this as 12, I think it's like 7 to 16 volts or something like that. But it also has a banana plug, or whatever you call that, just a regular, like an AC adapter, 12 volt adapter plug. So this is the device, and I'm not going to use the headphone jack because, you know, when you're unplugging your phone in and out of a jack with your on your phone, it could break. You know, I've heard people on online where the headphone jack on their phone, you plug the headphone jack in and out, in and out, in and out all the time, and it just something in there gets loose, or it doesn't make good connection. You have to wiggle the plug around. This plug here. Sorry, my car's a mess, but you have to wiggle this, plug on the back of your phone. You plug it in, and it works great. And you have to find a way to hold the phone or whatever, or have a holder. And but you keep plugging this in and out of the phone, and eventually the phone jack inside the phone will start messing up. So what I want to do is, I've already tested this device inside the house, and I got about 20 feet away, but that's an open room, so it's going to be a little different in a car. But made by Shure, really good design. I like it. Has a, as you can see here, positive and negative, and then you have your AC jack adapter, and then you have your RCAs and your headphone jack. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these headphone jack, and I have these little test cables that I've had laying around for a while. They're nothing pretty, they're taped up, but they work for what, even though they're wrong color. But I have got more cables that I'll use, better cables. So this is just a mock-up, and I have everything taped. But what I'm going to do is clean these wires, solder them together, and then make the solder connections, and then use heat shrink tubing on this. And then what I've done in here, if you can kind of see, the green wire on the back of the radio plug is the turn on. And I have an amp in the back, and that's what this black wire is for, going to the back of the car for an amp. And the other wire, the red and black right here, purple, this is the power 12 volts. But I don't want this Bluetooth adapter and my little PAC adapter running all the time. So I hooked it up to this turn-on wire, which is your remote turn-on. So when you turn the key on, then you have 12 volts on this. And I verified with my meter that that's the wire that has 12 volts on. And this is, it's not pretty, but it's taped up really good. I haven't soldered this, but for right now, just to try it out for a couple of months, because it's been snowing. It's cold today. But I'm going to try this out. And what I'm going to do with this unit, I have some double-sided foam, sticky. I'm going to stick 2 of these, and I'm going to mount it to the top of this unit. And it's plastic. There's no metal on this thing. So I'm going to stick one here and stick one here and mount this unit. And then I'm just got this little pad just to keep this thing from rattling. And then I've got some of these really long like twist ties or whatever. And I'm just going to go through the hole and run it over both, tape it, tie it in, so that way it'll hold both units down, so that way it's not going to move. And the only reason why I have the pad in here is just to keep this thing from rattling going down the road. I have it like this. Makes no noise, and it compresses a little bit. So let me come back to this in just a second. Okay, so what I did, I just put this twist tie, run it through the holes, over the top of the unit and then down, and then tied it back over here. I had to use 2 together. But like I said, this is just mock-up. I'll have another solution, maybe using zip ties, and I want to put a case or something over this, keep it down, keep anything out from it. But basically, you see how it's kind of loose, and I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to fix this. But the only thing I have to do now is plug in my RCAs into this unit, and then take my power, plug it into this PAC unit, and then hook my connections back up to the radio, slide it in, hook everything up, and then we'll see how good it works and how good it sounds. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have got a radio in, just plugged in temporarily. I have my PAC connected up, and I have my green power LED on the Bluetooth board. So what I do with this is I go to my auxiliary, which is what the PAC does. It takes the auxiliary, and it says no aux audio. Lovely. Okay, let me come back to that. All right, I had a little problem, and I figured it out. The PAC unit right here, it needs to be on constant 12 volts, not switched on turn 12 volts. So what I did was I connected this power wire to the 12 volt from the radio, and then the power from this Bluetooth module to the turn on. And let me kind of show you. You can see the LED. So there's the power going off of it. When I turn it on, the key on, radio comes on. Radio is on, and then the LED comes on. So it's within a second or two. So let me show you that again. I'll just open the door. Turn the radio is on. About 3 seconds. So about 3 seconds, and now when I hit the auxiliary button on the radio, I have auxiliary. So now I should be able to take, I don't know what that is, crystal line. Anyway, the Bluetooth module now should be enabled. So I'm going to take a screenshot of it connected, and then I'll try to play some music and then come back, okay? Okay, that worked. I can't take a video and play music at the same time on my LG G4 for some reason. Because I just had some music playing and I tried to record and it cut the music off. But let me assure you that it was playing. I had the volume down about 2-3 bars, and it was fairly loud. My Bluetooth connected to it just fine because I had already connected to this before. But now I have Bluetooth. Now, the only problem with this setup is like when you take a phone call, the audio, you know, will come through the radio, but as far as the microphone on your phone, that's a limitation with this. This is just basically for playing music. So if I take a phone call, I'll have to turn my Bluetooth off, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But other than that, that's pretty much it, because I just wanted Bluetooth music. I don't use my phone here in my car a lot because I drive it back and forth to work, but I don't take many phone calls in my car. Now, my other cars, I have Bluetooth, and you know, I take phone calls and that hands-free. This is going to be a little different. I'm going to have to get used to this as far as somebody calls me when I'm listening to music. But the main reason why I made this video is to have Bluetooth audio in my car with using this PAC AAI or AAL or whatever FD4 with the audio from the Bluetooth into it. But it does work. And I told you wrong earlier. The voltage is from 9 to 15 volts on the Bluetooth module here. It's 9 to 15 volts, so it's 12 volts in my car, and it plays music. And like I said, I like this radio. I could, you know, buy a new one, but I don't want to buy a new one. Simple. I just don't want to buy a new one. I want to do something different, which is what I've done here with the PAC and the Shure Bluetooth module. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sorry for rambling on again. I always do that, but you enjoy this. Hope this helps everybody, somebody. See ya.